Hi everyone, Raven Pro String with another racket restringing tutorial. And today's racket is a tennis racket. It's a Head Instinct Graphene Touch. So Head Instinct Graphene Touch, 1619 stringing pattern. And if I'm not mistaken, where are the specs on this racket? Interesting. Well, we'll have to look it up online. Worst case scenario. Anyway, I think it's 300 grams, 300 gram racket. My guess is that. Okay, here you go. All right, so 285, 100 square inch, yada yada yada. Cool. Okay, so as you can see, we started from the top. I'm gonna come down, loop around. I'll be completely honest, today's been a very tough day in the office. And this string, I'll tell you in a second. So, 8 mains to each side, therefore we need to count 7 because we've already got 1 in, placed already, 1 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I made a bit of a cock up today, if you like. This client didn't circle strings, they only circled grips. And just out of the automatic side of my brain, I guess you could say, always hold the clamp up, guys, in line with your string or frame. I just saw the strings and they were, might have been a high of 30 something at the very most. It was awful. So I didn't think anything of it, just cut the strings out, then opened the label. Schoolboy error, as they say here in the UK. Complete mistake. But then I thought, well, then I can make a video. If I hadn't cut the strings out, it's not a very popular racket. Don't see it all that much. It wasn't, definitely not one of their best sellers. It's already quite a few years old. If I had to guess, maybe 6 or 7. I mean, the graphene touch technology is still going, or is it? Maybe not. Maybe they've stopped that as well. With the maybe 2020, 21, something like that, with the old Head Speed Pros, which look like Head Speed Pros. But also on the inside here, 1 second. Anyway, it's got the G. You may see it here anyway. Maybe not as well. Maybe hard to see on the camera. But okay, so this is not the this is graphene, I believe. But it's the graphene XT, I believe. And this is the graphene touch. Still part of the graphene family though. So so that was, I think this one was the one before, if I'm not mistaken, before this paint job. I know this is the Speed MPS, but to give you a bit of an idea. So I think the graphene has stopped. Maybe they still are using it in their technology, but not 100%. But anyway, as you can see, 3 to each side, guys. Always compensating your tension to each side equally. In other words, stringing symmetrically. You don't want to put too much stress on your frame, or none at all if possible, but that obviously is very hard to do because rackets go through a lot of there's a lot of stress put on the rackets when it comes to restringing them, and of course playing with them. The higher the level, the more stress put on the racket, as you'd imagine. So that's our 6th main. So yeah, like I was saying, the client didn't want the racket to be restrung, so they're getting pretty much a free restring. I did try to speak with them, telling them, you know, this is just a genuine mistake, and if they were willing to chip in, which I said I completely understand. If you don't, maybe I shouldn't have even said that, but I was trying to cover myself, I guess, a little bit. But anyway, at least I get to make another video out of this one. I'm sure I would see this racket at some point, but there you go. Turn a bad situation into a better situation. Yeah, the client said, you know, I appreciate your honesty, blah, 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 but unfortunately, I only wanted my racket re-gripped. So that's okay. I gotta say, it's probably the first time that I've done that idiotically. But hey, maybe I can ask him for a review. We have good reviews on Trustpilot and Google. It's our bread and butter. It's what got us to the top of Google. So guys, I've upped my tension 15%. Recommendation is 15 to 20. This head racket, most head rackets have a little black gray hole around the grommet where you should tie your finishing knots and start knots for that matter. Let's check our camera real quick. Made a few videos earlier today and it seemed to oh, I'm gonna drop this a little bit actually, so you can see the full racket, at least the racket head. So just for you guys that are learning out there, and if this helps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, skip 1, 8. Same thing at the bottom, 7, skip 1, 8. That was a big yawn, sorry. Can't tell you how long today has been. It's now 11:20 p.m. UK London time. I've upped my tension 15%. Like I said before, 15-20% is fine. I wouldn't really go lower than 15% or higher than 20. But very important to go up at least 15. A lot of doesn't matter how good your knots are or how pro you are, it's unavoidable that they will lose tension on the finishing knot. So the last string that you pull, whether it's a cross or a main, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. This stuff stretches like chewing gum. Parnell knot, guys, down, around and through my first knot. No need to up the tension on your starting knots. Always remember that, no need. The machine will take care of tightening your knot properly. The tension that you pull on your first cross string. Very important to pull your cross string up and down all the time, every single one, avoiding as much friction as possible, guys. And I am stringing 1 ahead, so that means I am weaving 2. I always have 2 strings weaved because it's much easier, makes my life much easier when it comes to doing the next weave. So if I were just to pull this string and then weave again, so pull the string, clamp, and then weave 1 by 1 and then pull 1, it makes the weave much more difficult. Try it. I've done it on quite a few other videos now, and you can see the difference. Oh, I can't believe I'm having to do this racket in a way. And for free. But there you go. Always check your labels. If you don't have them, start using labels. Shame. But hey, the client's going to be super happy. I'm just using a basic synthetic. He had a hybrid on there of a very basic polyester and what seemed to be an awful synthetic gut string. Not that this is the best, but take into account that these strings were awful already. Not only the tension, but the actual quality of the string. So this isn't the best. It's a very basic synthetic gut. But there you go. There you have it. We're all human at the end of the day. I won't be doing that again, I'll tell you that much. It's funny because my colleague picked up this racket from the city with other rackets, and he did tell me there's a racket that only needs re-gripping. But this is what happens sometimes when you get really busy. The pressure's on a little bit, believe it or not. It might seem to you guys that I'm just stringing, which I am obviously just stringing, but at the same time you don't see what's going on around me. Very messy, I have to say, in here, but only I can understand my my mess. It's organized, it's an organized mess. I know everything is. As soon as someone moves something, I know that it's been moved as well. So moving that string, and then support the string always that you're going to pull. And then we weave again, as always. Oh yeah, Miami started today, right? Or yesterday? It hasn't, not even started yet. Let's have a look. Just curious. Where are we? Miami, live. It looks like it has started indeed. Schwartzman up a set, 6-5, returning Kushkushkin at Mane. Oh, it's good to see Kushkushkin back. What's that? Inside the, wow, 139, wow. I actually trained with him last August. Nice enough guy, nice enough. His reputation isn't, according to a few guys I've spoken to, is not the guy that's going to come and talk to you for sure. He has been on tour for many years. Plays under the Kazakhstani flag. Djokovic, I believe, pulled out of Miami. Announced a couple of days that he would not be playing. So the draw is out, singles draw. Alcaraz, #1 seed. I don't know, did he lose his #2 spot? Despite, I'm guessing Sinner will be #2, right? Sinner #2, wow. Some young guns as #1 and 2, that's crazy. And what's the rankings? Sorry to stop this, guys. Djokovic first, no, so Alcaraz is still a second by 500 points. Interesting. Will it be a Sinner Alcaraz final? We will see, I guess. So I'm guessing main draw starts probably Wednesday, I'd imagine. Who's your money on, guys? Is Carlito's going to do it again? Win back-to-back Masters? Has he got enough in the tank? Has he got what it takes? So guys, remember, supporting your string. Don't let your string come down, because you want your string to be nice and straight when you finish. 53 pounds of tension with synthetic got pretty damn tight, I gotta say. At least this is coming out like a board. Hopefully the client doesn't come back and go, oh, I have no power. Because he was using Manorino tensions. Maybe even less. Can't imagine playing with a tennis racket like that. Quite frankly, I don't know how how Manorino does it. It's unbelievable. How about you guys may not remember this. Filippo Volandri, Italian tennis player who made it. Don't know if he made it top 10, top 20. Quarterfinals of a Roland Garros, I believe, is the best result he did. Good clay quarter. I think he's the Davis Cup captain for Italy, or has been. He also played at a very low tension, very low, similar to Manorino. Seems to be the case there. Everybody's dropping their tensions compared to everybody used to play super tight. Like Sampras was ridiculous. I can't remember how much it was, like in the late 60s, maybe in 70, with natural gut, and then 90 square inch, 85 at one point. Don't know how they did it before. What changed? What changed? Technology, balls, everything, I guess. Guys, tension up again on your last cross string before you do your finishing knot, because that's where we're going to lose tension as well. So trying to not lose as much tension as possible. So again, you've got the little black circle, part of the paint job, indicating where we should tie off our finishing knot, excuse me. And there you have it, guys. You can either straighten your strings up on the machine. I choose normally to do it off the machine out of habit. Maybe not as straight as I'd like it to be, but not awful either. Let's see. I always can tell better when it's off the machine anyway, so. Go have a look at your strings, straighten them up a little bit if need be. Okay, like I said, probably a bit more than my norm. All good though, they're not super unstraight. I mean, this grip size is 0 maybe? Grip size 1 for a male. That's something I don't see. Anyway, I think he said that somebody gave him the racket, yada yada yada. Light racket for a male, average male, let's say. But there you go, guys. That is the Head Instinct. Oh wow, sorry, Instinct S. My bad. I stand corrected. Got a very interesting shock absorber, I have to say. Is that a crazy bird one? I don't know. Anyway, guys, time for bed. Instinct S. Head Instinct S. Graphene touch, guys. Graphene touch. Don't know if you can see it on the inside there. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully there's some valuable stuff there for you guys. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in again. Take care. Happy stringing. Bye-bye.